Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Hudson North Cider Company's Cider Donut. This is part of their Adventure Series, and it comes in at 5% ABV. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich, and here we are back with another, I think, October-ish type of beer. This is Cider Donut by Hudson North Cider Company in New York, and it's part of their Adventure Series, and I picked this up for $3.99 in DeChico's again, so $4 for the can. It says Go North and Happy Trails. It also says that the ingredients are hard apple cider, filtered water, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, sulfites to preserve the freshness, not sure I love that, and carbon dioxide. So I guess they're carbonating it separately. And for one of the things I don't like is that it does tell me the calorie count on this, and this can is going to be costing me 190 calories. And there's almost no nutrition here except for 16 grams of carbohydrates, 11 grams of sugar, and 33 milligrams of sodium. That seems odd, but I am glad they gave me the information. Let me peel this sticker off and see if there's anything underneath there. And it said crafted and canned by Hudson North Cider Company in Newburgh, New York. Now, I've been to Newburgh. It's got a very cute little main street. Years ago with Hurricane Sandy, I think it was, it got flooded out, but they've since rebuilt. Now, I'm looking for anything in October that's not a pumpkin beer, because I freaking hate the flavor of pumpkin, especially when it's mixed with a beer. So I figured this is a pretty solid fall offering from the Hudson Cider Company. Now, I've opened the can up. I'm going to actually use a stout glass, which is definitely the wrong glassware for this, but I want to be able to see it, I want to be able to smell it, and I know that this glass will allow me to do all of that. So I'm pouring, and it's pouring sort of like a cloudy apple juice. And I'm going to use apple juice as the sort of standard here because this is a cider. So it's a dark brown, darker than any Oktoberfest I've seen. Good amount of carbonation. The color on it is really nice. Again, ooh, I'll tell you what's filled the bar right now. The smell of nutmeg. So there's a lot of nutmeg in this, I think. Yeah, I'm getting a hint of cinnamon, a lot of apple, hint of cinnamon, and a ton of nutmeg. Now, if you like nutmeg, you might be sitting there going, yeah. I have a mixed feeling. I like nutmeg. I don't like it to excess, because I think it sort of like gets in the way of the other flavors. But this is a very nice looking cider, good amount of carbonation. Definitely sort of brought, not an October aroma to the bar, it brought sort of a Christmassy aroma to the bar. Excuse me. Yeah, this is like all nutmeg all the time. So let's give it a taste. Okay, so the apple is the dominant flavor, followed not by cinnamon, not by nutmeg, which I'm surprised. It's followed by cinnamon. So apple on the front of the tongue, mid-tongue cinnamon, back of the tongue is where all that nutmeg is. And when you exhale, you really, really taste the nutmeg. Now, yeah, that nutmeg sort of just reaches out and says hello on the back end of this. Is it good? Yeah. I think this is my fault. I picked this as a fall drink. I think this is more of a November to December type of drink. In fact, I think this would be fantastic heated up with a cinnamon stick in it as a hot beverage. As a cold beverage, it's good. It's actually very good. And you can tell that this is probably meticulously crafted with the way these sort of apples layer with the cinnamon, layer with the nutmeg. It's beautifully put together. But clearly, I aimed for the wrong time of year. And I have to tell you the truth, this is one that I am going to definitely go out and buy more of. But I'm not going to buy more of it for now. I'm going to buy more of it for the Christmas holidays. This is something that I think I could easily say to people, hey, you know, you want a holiday drink? Here it is. I also want to try this because I think this would actually be better warm. I know I used to go to a bar in college, and in that bar they had a hot apple cider, and they would give you like woodchuck cider with a cinnamon stick in it. And you know, being in my 20s, I thought that was like the epitome of high class. I think that this beer would fit into that sort of like hot apple cider box beautifully and be just a really, really nice holiday drink. So again, this is, let me go through the specs one more time. This is the Hudson North Cider Company's Cider Donut. Now, does it taste like a cider donut? Yeah, I gotta tell you, the back end, wow. This is gonna sound weird, and it's probably all, you know, psychological, but I can almost taste, now that I'm thinking of it as a cider donut, you definitely taste all of those flavors that would be a cider donut. And the nutmeg almost acts like the flavor you get from the grease that the donuts have been fried in, which is really bizarre, but it does a nice job of sort of filling in for that. And what you wind up with is this beautifully layered flavor of a cider donut. So did they hit it? Yeah, I think they killed this one. Again, my problem is I thought of this as sort of an October type of beverage, but I think it's really more of a November, December type of beverage. Would I get it again? In a heartbeat. Now at $3.99 a can, so it'd be $16 for a 4-pack. You know, probably with taxes and everything, you're actually coming up to 18 bucks. Is it worth that? I think it is. And I have to tell you, for something that is coming in at 5% ABV, you're not getting a ton of booze from it. And for something with, you know, like 11 grams of sugars, it's also not overly sweet. It's almost like that cinnamon flavor sort of mutes the sweetness that's sort of inherent in apple cider. So I think they did a really nice job putting this together. So once again, this is Hudson North Cider Company's Cider Donut. It is part of their Adventure series. And I have to tell you, if you see it in your area, I'd buy it. I'd buy it, I'd try it. Definitely if you're a cinnamon/nutmeg person, this is the cider for you. If you're not, buy a can and try it, because I have to tell you, this as a warm holiday drink would absolutely kick ass. And I think I'm going to try that in my household when we get to those holidays. Anyway, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that like button, maybe consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. And I will see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this and probably think about the holidays. Cheers.